Hello everybody and welcome back to the Bravo stage. My name is Sims, this beautiful beast is Wonderboy. Brother, we have one hell of a matchup to cast now. It's going to be Splyce taking on Team Immunity. Earlier on through the week we were talking about this matchup and thinking, yeah, this is going to be rather spicy. Yeah. And now we know that Splyce have taken down Envious. Things have just got a lot harder for Team Immunity.
Yeah, there most certainly has, especially considering Immunity got 3-0'd, I do believe, elsewhere in this pool versus Team Envious. So this is pretty much a must-win for them if they want any kind of chance of making it to the winner's bracket. But this is a particularly spicy matchup because Immunity, as we've touched upon before in the broadcast, flying out early to America to try and get that, you know, kind of high-level practice against top North American teams. One of those teams in particular is the team they're playing right here, right now, Splyce. They actually won that scrim 7-6. You know, a lot of people saying, hey, it's just practice, it's just scrims. Scrims don't matter. It really does, and Splyce is no joke. We saw them earlier on taking down Envious, and if you can take down Splyce, who take down Envious, then by the laws of, you know, continuation, it means you're a pretty darn good team.
So from left to right, Shooter, Boo Boo, Shotzi, and Falcated. Now, these four young gentlemen, they did not make lives easier for themselves. They went out of Vegas, and then they went down early in the last chance qualifier, and hell, what do you know? Now they're back with a vengeance. They've taken down Team Envious, one of North America's top 3 teams. A little bit further look at this young guy, though. 15 years of age, Harry, and he's beating Team Envious.
You know what I was doing when I was 15? It's safe
really
for work.
worried.
It's safe for work.
Oh, okay.
I was playing Halo, but I was no good. I was nowhere near as good as this guy. He's freaking crazy at this game, man. His aim is just off the charts. Not only his aim, but his decision-making in-game is light years ahead of where, well, I was back at that age. But then again, I suck. So.
And it's so scary for such a young age to be so damn good at a video game. Let's hope we can see a lot more of what we've been seeing online on LAN. But Team Immunity, they have to get through first. The boys from down under, Mantis, Seduce, Junior Benno, and the Big Daddy Voltage. He's an absolute door.
Yeah, he's huge.
He is literally a walking door.
He makes me feel so inadequate as a person.
Harry, one man we do need to speak about, Daniel Franken, a.k.a. Seduce. This man is fast becoming possibly the best player in ANZ at the moment.
Yeah. Seduce has been described by his teammate Benno as a freak, and I absolutely love it when, you know, people talk about players like that because you know they mean it. He's one of the, if not the star slayers for this Immunity squad. He's going to be the man putting up the numbers for this squad.
People forget to realize that he's actually been to North America. I mean, he played on Denial. He played on Denial with Ogre too. You know, the man's played with the GOAT himself, definitely probably learned a few tricks along the way. You know, it's going to be a great game. If they want to really stamp themselves down, though, with the Immunity boys, they have to get through this matchup first. So, kicking it off, game number 1 is locked. We are loaded, guys. Let's dive on in and see how this one's all going to pan out. Looks like Splyce are going to take the first overshield of the game. It's going to be Falcated diving in. Bottom mid will take control of pit, looking where people are going to be spawning. One person diving outside the window. We're going to see him taking control of blue base. Needs to be careful of this guy behind it. Fan. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, a wild Benno appears. Tries to put a stop on there. There's the second person. Enjoy the double. Triple kill is right above his head. Unfortunately, will shoot his teammate at the back, which is a bit random. But then again, 2 more players from the opposing side of Immunity, all just dogpiling in on this hill. It's all about Boo Boo Doo Boo. Anchor point, top mid, trying to look down. Benno's creeping as well. And just as soon as they're trying to put something back on the board, they are eliminated.
Yeah, coming back to that play with Falcated when he was in pit, the kill on Benno he got straight away was actually one of the more important ones he could have made. It was a very important kill purely based on the fact that Benno had the plasma pistol in his possession. So when you have the overshield, goes without saying, a charged plasma pistol shot can negate that completely. It will take you down to no shield. So very important kill there from Falcated, taking down Benno, and it's actually early control here from Immunity, and you can see Boo Boo here going around to the pit to help his teammate out. That's going to be pit back into the possession of Splyce. Very good team fights early on here from both teams contesting this pit. But one thing we aren't seeing out of Immunity, this turbine control. So far, mostly been Splyce. As a result, total control.
All of a sudden, it's cut back down to 2, but the points are now ticking away. 10:30 on the clock. We will see Splyce advance into the lead. 1, 2, 3. Sit down, Junior. Enjoy your day. Looking around then, 2 more players up on tower side. Really interesting to see them packed in there because they're not going to get the greatest of spawns. But Benno answers back with the DMR, puts Boo Boo on his ass, rotates round, and all of a sudden they might be looking to get a hold of this pit area. But then again, as soon as we're saying that, Falcated and Shooter Harry down in the kill feed. 2 will drop over on the side of Splyce. And Benno's just wandering around aimlessly. Shooter comes around the corner. More than likely going to be an easy kill for him. Not the easiest, you know, he did at least try and get alive with the BR, but he did take down Benno in the end. Falcated now outside here on the fans. He's got some support from Boo Boo Doo Boo to push in on that guy. There's the collapse on Seduce. Down he goes. Fresh overshield in hand for Falcated. And all of a sudden, that's 3 dead now for Immunity.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for Immunity to stop as well because Falcated with the overshield, he's going to be able to get some great pressure on the Immunity stronghold. You can see him there capturing the red base right there. Perfect shots, cross map on Taj right there. Total control and still half of his overshield left. So he can pressure this place early on. I mean, he still has more than the regular amount of shields. You can see, again, another reset coming in on red. He doesn't need to take this fight. Fair enough, Benno was pushing him right there, but if Benno didn't push him, he could stay alive and just recontest that red base. So really nice plays here coming out of Splyce so far, and you got to say, Immunity right now, they're struggling. They're struggling to break this spell of total control. They will take back red, which is good for them, but they need to put some kills together. So far, it seems to be the Immunity boys just going down in 2s, going down in 3s, and you can't do that against a team like Splyce, who are also talented individually. Big fight right here versus that's going to be Shotzzy taking down Junior. So again, it's going to be 2 down for either side right there.
The one thing they said yesterday, Harry, we saw them at breakfast, and you know, Vaulted, he says the one thing that we struggle with is when we go down and when we get locked into a spawn, we really struggle to pick ourselves back up. We don't know quite how to break, you know, break the wall. Once the wall's built around them, they don't know how to break through it and really fight back. At the moment, this is kind of that exact story. Splyce are just ticking points away. They keep adding that triple cap now and again. You know, fair enough, it doesn't last that long, but still just to be a nuisance. They'll go and collect one of the outside plots, then move away from it. Let Immunity think, oh, well, we can take one back. And here we are again, same scenario. Full control is just causing problems for Immunity.
Yeah, it is. 2 down here for Immunity, about to be 3 as Shotzzy no doubt will make this kill happen on Benno. I just love the rotations from Splyce. I mean, it seems like they almost always have a player in Turbine. If they don't, it's because players are collapsing on Stronghold. You can see again here, Shotzzy and Shooter here both pushing to Turbine. It's completely uncontested for them. Fair enough, Immunity, they have to take a base because of total control, but Shotzzy again, a free overshield. Again, thanks to the Turbine control. Another kill there on Benno. The overshield in his possession, 87 to 10. It looks like Immunity right here will get control for a little while, but with Shotzzy still with this overshield, you got to say, it's looking good here for Splyce.
This man's POV is giving me brain problems. Like, so, I don't know what he senses at, but Jesus, he's quick.
Makes me feel like I'm playing like...
It's insane, look at it, bobs and weaves.
Makes me feel like I'm playing in slow motion when I'm playing back home. Voltage will take him down though.
Absolutely incredible stuff, and maybe that's just why he is fast becoming one of the best players in the game. 1, 2, 3 bodies of Immunity will hit the floor. They may be able to take some sort of ground control. They've got a... Oh, Benno coming in. But, oh, well, it's answered back. Never mind. That's the pit again. 6 more seconds. We'll count this one down. The kills are still coming up on the kill feed. Shotzzy up here in tower control. There's a double for you as well. And it's just business as usual here. Splyce. Totally different roster, Harry. Totally different mentality to what we saw at Vegas in the last chance qualifier. This team has come out to play.
Haven't they just? Wow. That was a dominating performance right there in game number 1. 100 to 15. Maybe one of Immunity's weaker game types. We'll see going further into this series if that is the case, but you can't doubt the performance there from Splyce. Looking at the post-game Carnage report, 11 assists out of Shooter. He was putting some real damage down that game. 6 kills between Voltage and Junior. Not the best, both dropping a -9 spread, but they won't be, you know, too disheartened about that purely based on the fact, you know, doesn't matter what stats they throw up, it's all about the win. They didn't get that either though, so they'll be going into game number 2 looking to make amends.
I like kind of what we're seeing though. The most people with the Slayers are at the bottom of the scoreboard, where you can just let your 2 players at the top, Falcated and Shooter, do the objective work. This is, you know, it just feels like everything's kind of fallen in place. I really feel like Vegas were a bit of a wake-up call, kind of like the Fabi scenario, you know. Respectful and Moz, they kind of needed that Dignitas loss to really wake them up and think, you know, this is what we want, boys. This is kind of it. And fair enough, it's not losing Vegas like that wasn't as drastic as what the Dignitas failure, because that's exactly what was. But it's certainly something that makes you think, all right, boys, we were better than this. You know, I rated them top 4 going into that event, and they did not perform at all.
Yeah, one of the players in that last game, though, that stepped up in particular was Bubu. He was... We didn't see too much of his point of view, but he was one of the highest damage dealers. In fact, he was the highest damage dealer in the game, over 2,100. I think the closest nearest to him was around 1,500. So he's pretty much just putting damage down on every single player he sees, and that's making it really tough for Immunity. Well, it did make it tough for them in game number 1, especially for them to move anywhere because they were constantly weak. Like, you don't want to be pushing around when you're already weak. You know, you're already being deterred by a player like Bubu, who is just putting shots down. Bubu is, again, one of those players who is able to constantly just pressure and hound the other team. And when you, again, when you have players on this team, we can just list off the names: Falcated, Shooter, Shotzzy, Bubu. All 4 of these players, they're so strong individually, it's scary. It's a scary team to go up against, man. I would not like to play against these guys.
Speaking of playing against, game number 2, they'll be playing on Eden Slayer. Now, I'd be quite worried if I were Immunity after watching what just happened on game number 1, but it's the chance to answer back. We've seen Supremacy fire back once or twice. Games can be taken from these North American rosters. Quick update from down on the floor over on the main stage. We saw Luminosity, unfortunately, drop 3-0 versus Liquid. So Liquid just, you know, continuing that dominating performance, that top 2 NA team right now, which is kind of what we're expecting. But game number 2, Harry, it's live. We are locked. We are loaded. Spartans are on the server. Let's see how this one goes down. ANZ team Immunity boys will be looking to answer one back, stick one on the board, and move it back to a level playing field. Any particular person you want to be with on this matchup, Harry?
We'll start with Voltage. I want to see more of some of the Immunity boys' point of view, to be honest with you, because this is one of those game types where you can really get back in this series. It's all about controlling the power weapons. Shotzzy was able to pick up the rocket straight away, but you can see Junior taking him down. So if Immunity can get that rocket in their possession, which they do with Voltage, they can get some kills with this. Seduce did have the snipe. He went down low. Bubu has the sniper now as well. Like you say, Sims, nice trade right there. The rockets will remain in the hands of Immunity, but this man right here with the sniper can hit all kinds of shots.
Avoiding the mortar bomb, that is the Hydra, just oncoming fire from across the map. Sniper rifle in hand. He called it perfectly, Harry. He's a man. Ooh. I thought there were going to be a bullet.
My breath.
Yep, I think he was holding his hair as well, to be honest with you. He was certainly getting ready for it. Bubu, as he mentioned, a man who can turn a game around. Definitely the one person on this team, you know, it's a very young team. They don't really have that super old school veteran player and that super veteran voice amongst the roster. We're definitely going to be having a listening with these guys. I want to hear the communication. I want to see who's that team leader, who's stepping up. It's more than likely going to be between Bubu and Shooter, the ones that will be looking to lead the charge. And at the moment, he's looking to take the lead, but he needs to make something happen. He needs to find some faces in order to do that.
Oh, speaking of taking faces, takes down Junior right there. That was a really nice shot there from Bubu, actually. Very tough. Yeah, very tough shot to hit. Seduce still has the rockets. Not too sure how many he has left. In fact, excuse me, I swapped over to the wrong point of view right there. Not sure if he still has any rockets whatsoever, but we'll stay on the point of view of Bubu actually with the sniper. I was going to say, if Seduce still has rockets in his possession, which I don't think he does because he's not carrying them out at the moment, they could get back into this game. But speaking of rockets, they're up in 10 seconds, and you'll see both teams here naturally gravitate towards this turbine area. It'll be interesting to see which teams favor pushing straight for these rockets, as Bubu is right now, and which teams prefer going around to the catwalk. But the pure slaying power coming out of Splyce right there. They will take down 2 of the Immunity players, 10-6 the score, and the rockets now in the possession of the young man Shotzzy.
And the thing is, you need to be able to have trust in yourself and trust in your team and trust in your ability. When you're going to get as aggressive like that, especially when you've got it. Oh, hello, good morning. Farewell, Shotzzy.
Big kill right there from Seduce, you know, because now he has the rockets and it's just a 3-kill game. But oh, wait, Bubu has a snipe. Never mind.
However, he's got rockets. He needs to kill Jesse. Bubu has to go down. If Immunity want to get back into this and really make something of it, they've got to take out this guy. So far, I don't think he's died. He's just wandered left to right, bobbing and weaving, rotating where he needs to. Seduce is still down there, though, and he's still got those rockets. Junior tagging him up. Grenades are coming in. No hit markers will be found fresh. Oh, they are in fact. So now they know that he's weak. Now they know that he's in trouble. I'm looking for the collapse. Here it comes. Scopes up for the no scope. Doesn't find his target. Finally, he is dead. He is gone. They need to use that other fresh sniper rifle though, Harry, as bait, because more than likely we may. Oh, there's one. There's another person as well. There's no shield. Nobody in a position to help him out. Will he find it? Yes, they are indeed. I'm talking crap. In comes Junior. Now all of a sudden, Harry, 13-13.
Yep, and they still have those rockets as well. He will smartly drop those over to Junior. And as you were saying, Sims, using this sniper as bait is a really good idea, but you can see already Shotzzy has an idea that this might be the case. The shoulder peek comes out. That's some really clever play there out of Shotzzy, just baiting the shots. He knows how much ammo is left in that. Boo Boo would have communicated that, but oh, to switch at the wrong time there from Seduce. Could have maybe popped his head off, but now snipers in the hands of both players. Shotzzy and Seduce, this is going to be a sniper off for the next 15 or so seconds as both teams, again, battle for this turbine control. Hydra shots firing off into the distance. Not sure if you actually saw the rockets flying off there, but rockets coming up in 5. A big turbine fight coming up here for Immunity, in my opinion.
I swear to God, if any of those Hydras just come back to haunt a player, I'm going to be so done. There's one. Can we find a second? No, we cannot shoot her. Aggression will take him down. Rockets move into the back pocket of Falcated, and he'll just rotate around to Shotzzy. Shotzzy needs to be careful. One player down there. Here comes the bodyguard, though. Here comes the defense. What is Falcated? And now they've got the lead. And by a fair whack, they can just sit here and hold this one down. You've got the Dorman downstairs in the form of Falcated. You know what? He's going to be a little bit aggressive. Bobbing and weaving. He knows Taj is around this corner. In comes the Rocket. See you later, my friend.
Yeah, really, again, the smart rotation there from Falcated. As soon as he picked up his rockets from the turbine, he realized, hey, if I've got rockets and we have the lead, why don't I just protect the dude that has the sniper on my team? That's what he did. There was a player trying to push him early on, which was a good idea from Immunity, but again, a smart play from Falcated to protect his sniper player. That sniper player is Shotzzy, and he is still alive with sniper ammo to play with as well. So that could, again, extend the lead here for Splyce, and it could make things easy for them going forwards. 24-15 is the score at the moment. This game is pretty close, but some plays out of Splyce so far have made it so much less close as, again, Shotzzy taking faces.
Rest in peace, my friend. Well, we were speaking about communication earlier on and how this young team is going to perform, not only under pressure, but on the communication side as well. Tell you what, guys, let's dive on in to an Astro Gaming listen-in and have a little deeper look at exactly what Splyce have to say for themselves.
By now, 2 of them. Say like that. You shot me once. Yo, don't challenge that, Mike. Don't challenge. One shot. Doesn't matter. Weapons this minute, Rockets and Snipe. Yeah, alright, Mike, go
I'll
hit
try.
box. Go hit box and then jump big hat whenever, like,
might be a guy red side tower on.
Battle list. Alright, Mike,
what are we gonna do for weapons? I'm gonna try to go red. I'm gonna
go pit box.
Rockets I'm gonna watch front pit.
Go challenge now, Mike.
One shot pit, guys.
Two outside. Two turbines.
Watch out. He's showing me quick. He's red on me. Too big cat. I'm at red nest. Watch out. Go on. One shot red nest. One shot red nest, dead. Watch out, Rockets here. Watch out, Rockets and turbine. I'm looking.
They have rockets, we have 2 snipes.
Still there. Still turbine weak. He's on the not sneaky part.
One shot.
Watch your door. Look, someone watch red nest.
Doing blue, guys.
Blue sneaky weak. Weak.
Blue in.
Nice.
Pushing alley, they have rockets.
I'm gonna back up to red.
Blue plow rockets. Dead. Rockets down. Rockets down alley still.
I'm at red nest, guys.
Rockets. Alley, one shot.
I'm looking front. I don't see front.
Go, and blue pit. I have rockets.
I'm watching your pit. He's challenging Jesse. Alley with 2 shots. Alley with 2 shots. Age with 2 shots. I'm coming to tower, Jesse. I'm coming to tower.
There.
Still blue alley somewhere, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, blue. Rocket's gone. Jesse still Snipe's on weak. Snipe's on early weak. Still sitting there. And then blue alley. 2 shot blue alley.
2 dead.
He's in the corner.
Red
By the right, Jesse. He's still weak. He's coming now. He's still weak. Nice. He's not dead.
Diving back in from the listening, Harry, and I've got to say at the moment, it's just faces are rolling. ANZ at the moment are being taught a lesson here by Splyce. Tags 2 up, that's 2 easy kills, but he's got no support. All of his teammates are on the other side of the map. Down goes the grenade, no hit markers will be found. One player though, taking a cheeky dunk above his head, does manage to stay alive, God knows how. What a very strange interaction.
Someone please give this man a gun.
Kill him!
That was crazy, but yeah, this game has escalated quickly in favor of Splyce at the moment. My days, 13-9 to 23 immunity. Again, it's the tail of the power weapon control, right? Most of the power weapons so far this game have been in the possession of Splyce. Fair enough, we had Seduce earlier on in the game with those rockets, but just look at the teamwork and the team coordination from the Splyce, man. It's so easy for them. They just are so naturally coordinated. We heard in their communication as well, one thing I was very impressed with, them just not getting loud, you know, not getting too excited. They, you know, they do realize this is still group play, and it's nice to hear them with calm, collected communication, and that's not often we see that out of like young rosters in Halo, right? So many times we see with a younger team, they will just play and just scream their lungs out and, you know, lose their voice by day number 3. But these guys seem really nice, calm and collected, and it looks like Shotzzy again has rockets in his possession. I'm saying this is GG number 3.
Yep. One goes down. Hitmarkers are found. Will back off though. BR in hand is forced to turn around though. He's getting shot in the back. 1, 2, 3 down though for Splyce. So, that stick has just been thrown out the window. One more kill and it'll be on the barbecue, so to speak. Diving outside the window. One player to his left-hand side. Does have some support. Need to work on this buddy system because honestly at the moment, Splyce's teamwork is their biggest accolade. They're just picking immunity off one by one. Everyone's running in singular attacks, and they're not using this as a coordinated push, which is what they need to do. You can see an ongoing battle there. One will drop in the form of Boo Boo Doo. Grenade goes in, try and find the hit marker, see where that player is. Shotzzy's aware though. He's very, very aware, and he knows this player is hunting for him.
Yeah, this is good play though from Immunity. This is how you get back into games like this, but when Shotzzy's taking down your main man, Benno, with a rocket launcher, you've got to say, man, like they were playing it so well, not getting kills without them being traded by the Splyce team, that's invaluable at this kind of stage of the game. Voltage is just wandering around mid-catwalk there, not really too sure what he expected to happen with Shotzzy with Sniper and rockets. I mean, you're almost guaranteed to get your face taken off right there. So 48 to 33, man, this is all but done.
This man's a machine.
Isn't he just?
Every single time, it's just headshot after headshot after headshot. Shotzzy for a reason, Shotzzy by name. Plenty of bullets in the chamber, does scope in, tries to tag him through the walls. Rockets will go into the hands of Immunity, but honestly, it's everyone just push and go for a kill at the moment. Trade for trade, they only need 2 more. Rockets are here, there's one. Unless you kill yourself, it doesn't matter. 49 points on the board. Everyone just needs to dive in. Dogpile, get this player down. Rockets will go and find his target, but it doesn't matter because only 1 kill was needed. And there you have it, 50 to 34. Splyce dominating performance in game number 2. Fantastic job from them.
2-0 the series now to Splyce, and a big game out of the man whose point of view we were on for most of the game, to be honest with you. Shotzzy, 19 kills and 7 deaths.
He's doing it, Harry.
A crazy spread right there. That's positive 12 right there. That's madness. He's doing it.
I said what we saw on LCQ, I wanted to see at the World Championships, and he's doing it. Look at that stat.
You know what's crazy though? Seduce, only 6 deaths.
Look at him low.
It's very strange to see such a low death game from, you know, a player who isn't really putting up that many assists either. So, bit of a strange one there. I mean, obviously, Seduce is one of the players that Immunity look to put in high slaying performances. I'm not saying, of course, I'm not implying that he was stat whoring Sims. Don't be silly. I mean, I will say, just the shots from Shotzzy, it was magical, wasn't it? I mean, like you said, you were commentating him during the last chance qualifier. You said you want to see this guy do it at a live event. He's doing it.
Which is thankful because we're all in need of a show. If you are just joining us, guys, welcome to the Bravo stream. Myself and Wonderboy guiding you through this pool player matchup. Splyce taking on Team Immunity. We're moving into game number 3. Tweet the hashtag. Go on, tweet the stream. Use the hashtag HaloWC. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Facebook. There's also our main stream, twitch.tv/Halo, where we've got some more matches going on. Matches all week. You can't escape it. Twitch,
Don't
Facebook,
go to the
Twitter.
mainstream, though. Don't go to the mainstream. This is the cool stream.
Unless you do the multi-Twitch, then make sure you turn the volume on this stream, though.
Turn it up, because casting...
We got the EU. We got the EU POVs.
EU POVs right here.
EU POV changing.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that's all we literally employed you for, was controllers. If you can't get that right...
Yeah. Well, I feel like I'm pretty good at it. I heard Strongside Mr. Ninja, though.
Oh.
Yeah. I wanted to bring that one up.
Triple kill ninja.
And
I'll have you know.
spectating, lol.
Lol. L-U-L. Lol. I hope the Twitch chat's just spamming lol now, please.
Amazing.
Game 3
I could just see it in my mind. Just the whole
It's amazing. It's such an amazing emote. Just sat there with the finger and the mouth open. It's absolutely incredible. But yeah, if you are just joining us, welcome along. We're having some fun here on the Bravo stream. I hope you guys are having fun in the Twitch chat. Also, Coliseum Catch of the Flag will be game number 3. Oh, Immunity. They're looking rough against this Splyce roster. I've got to say, Harry, I wasn't expecting such a dominant performance from Splyce. They have turned up to the World Championships, and they are here to play. God damn.
Yeah. What's more interesting about this series in particular is the fact that these two teams played online, as we touched upon at the start of this series. It was Immunity who won that scrim, and so far in this series, they don't look like the same team that was playing Splyce online. These guys so far, Splyce, have stepped up to the plate. They've already taken down Envy. They want to win this pool. They want to give themselves the best bracket going forward. They want to try and avoid the strongest teams and save themselves for the later rounds and try and get as high a placing as possible and get the easiest route to the final they possibly can.
Game number 3 is about to go live. It's going to be Coliseum CTF, and if the boys from Splyce carry on playing the way they have been, well, rip Team Immunity, because Shotzi is absolutely on point. Dominant performance so far, not missing any single shots whatsoever, Harry.
Yeah, what he needs to give me lessons. Remember how T-Squared used to give lessons back in the Halo 3 days?
2100 Microsoft points.
I would pay 4,200 Microsoft points to Shotzi to teach me how to play this game, to be honest with you, because that man is next level crazy. What are these hand slams coming out?
It's a different one.
Hinzy hand slams.
Oh, Game 3 is about to go live, guys. Tweet the stream, use the hashtag HaloWC. Can we see some more Shotzi magic? There's a sniper rifle in play on this map. It's going to be Coliseum CTF. Immunity looking to stick one back on the board and push game number 4. Try and keep the group dream alive. Otherwise, unfortunately, they will be going down, dropping out and facing the loser bracket. And there's going to be some really nasty teams. That loser bracket is going to be so cutthroat, especially towards the latter end of it. It's going to be fantastic. What a weekend, Harry. What an absolute beautiful weekend.
What a time to be alive. In my opinion, this is probably one of the game types where Immunity can get themselves back into this series. Coli CTF, Coliseum Capture the Flag, is such a game type that you can win if you get the power weapons, right? We say it almost every single game, but power weapons on this map, the rockets and the sniper can control so much. Junior is the man to rip a face straight away. Immunity with 3 kills immediately to start this one off. Looks like a flag is being run here as well, and if they can start moving this a little bit quicker, with Shooter here contesting the flag, that's not possible at the moment. If they could move this even further, but I was going to say, if they could move it further, it would be great, but Falcated with the rockets is going to shut down that flag run, so that's going to stall it for now. Looks like the return's going to come in too, but as I was saying, the power weapons on this map so vital. We saw straight away their Immunity with the power weapon control. Benno taking a face meant they were able to try and start running a flag, and Immunity, one of the better teams at this tournament in particular, at basically collapsing on spawns and containing teams in certain areas.
So let's just take this back for a second, Harry. We need to realize that that flag was generally single-handedly stopped by Falcated with the rockets. He was dead straight off the spawn. He was taking down 4 members of Splyce, were ripped apart pretty much off the start of the game. He has somehow managed to come out of the spawn and either take an uncontested set of rockets, or at least take down the rocket guy on the opposing side and then come back and save the flag himself. So whatever he did off of the spawn, either a massive mistake out of the Immunity guys, or he's just gone absolute god tier. Don't know how he managed to get that, but it pretty much stopped an oncoming assault. Down went Shooter, back into the POV of him as he takes down one across. That's going to be Benno with the carbine. Looking at the kill feed, Mr. Boo Boo Doo with a beatdown of his own. Junior hits the pavement though, good god.
He just caved his skull in, that was crazy. That's one of the better ground pounds I've seen. The dude was lifting up and Boo Boo was ground pounding down, that was awesome. But I switched over to Shooter right here because he's one of the players we haven't seen too much in terms of his point of view in this series so far. We'll swap off of him now, but he's been a player that's been impressing me. Every single time I see him on the player outlines, he always seems to be supporting teammates, putting damage down, locking spawns, blocking spawns. It's, you know, it's so important you have a player like Shooter on your team that can not only be so strong individually, but also do the dirty work, like do the stuff that needs to be done. And it looks like at the moment he's the man fighting for the rockets here as well.
Oh, but he will get a trade-off. Seduce answers back with a nice perfect 5 on him. Another perfect 5 comes down in the kill feed. Move across to Benno's POV. Still playing catch-up. Boo Boo Doo has been here for maybe 30, 40 seconds now. They need to push him out of this cave. Get out of here, my friend. Back into the respawn screen he goes. Grenade comes in. Benno's just going to hide in this corner. He's all tanked up, no shield to move across the shots his POV. Here comes the rockets, though. Down he goes. Look how quickly this man moves. Every time we go on his POV, he's just whipping back and forth. 1, 2, 3 members, though. That's 4, I believe. One coming back off the spawn. They're spawning in the back towards the middle as well, and now also in cave. And the problem is when they come out of the cave, they've got to deal with this young guy. Rockets in your face. Flag still running in the back, and there you have it. 1-0 to Splyce.
I wanted to swap to Boo Boo Doo-Boo, who was running the flag, but this man just plays at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I was mesmerized by his point of view. It's going to be Boo Boo who just put the flag in here for Splyce to pick up the new sniper. The flag is also on the move, I'm pretty sure. He'll take down Taj's face. That will fall to the floor. 8:40 left on the clock, 1-0 to Splyce at the moment, and both flags away from home at the moment. So this is going to be a fun kind of period of the game right here. It looks like Splyce are the team trying to move the flag back to their own base. Boo Boo still has the sniper in his possession. Seduce and the boys are overextending here on the rocket side of the map. 2 slays coming from Splyce. I think this flag will be returned pretty soon. It's going to be Junior and I do believe Seduce in the base. Excuse me, it was Voltage and Seduce, the players, to try and make a return happen. Oh, just about got the shot off. 3 down though. It's going to be Shooter the last alive. He will get the touch. So looks like a flag standoff is on the way. The rocket launcher dropping in 5 seconds is going to be vital to this passage of play.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible to see which player does manage to secure that at the moment. Shooter's just kind of really just wandering around. He's just got to wait here. Voltage will try and bring an oncoming assault. Down he goes. He does at least 5 him and take a trade. Benno comes in though, unfortunately. Now the biggest issue there is, unless this rocket can do something from Junior, he's just give them pretty much a fresh sniper rifle. I'm seeing bullets flying all over. Does get a kill from the grave, which is fair play to him, but I really feel like he's just handed them a sniper.
And he has, and it's the man Shotzi who's been so on point this series so far to grab the sniper. I'm only seeing 3 outlines there though from Immunity. Not sure where the 4th player is. I'm going to say that's going to be Benno. Yeah, he's actually on the assault right here. So that's going to draw a couple of the Splyce players back to the base. Really smart play out of Benno right here. Junior picking up a kill will help things out, but 2 Splyce kills means they're going to have the numbers advantage, and it's basically going to be Benno forcing one of the Splyce players to come back and help his own flag. So really nice play, important play out of Benno right here to make sure that his team don't surrender the return to Splyce.
He's got to be careful though, there's a player right behind him and I believe it's Shooter, unless he's opted to go up by rockets. I'm not into, yes it is, that's got to be Shooter just nailing him in the back, which he does, and all of a sudden he drops down onto the flag, no shields, easy kill for him. 2 people with the oncoming assault outside on the bridge, 1 person crouching up in top mushrooms though, that's going to be down he comes, ground pound down, and he'll sneak away with this flag. That should be a GG. Put it in the back of the net. There you go, 2-0 to Splyce. They're all coming off the respawn over on Rocket Corner. And Booba Dooba is in a prime position, just on cleanup duty. They can just get that across.
Oh, I fell down.
Just falls short, unfortunately. That would have been some prime time basketball players. 1 player though, can he grab it? Yes, he can. And he beats him down, cracks him in the back of the Swede. See you later, my friend. And the flag once again on the move, Harry.
Yeah, just such good stuff out of Splyce. Not only did they just capture the flag, the players who had just gotten the return were ready to spawn trap players and also run the flag as well. 6-minute mark means Rockets and Sniper coming up right now. Benno with the return for his team. Importantly, he did so. That flag was very close to the Splyce base right there. And he's actually in a good position to push forward here too. He's going to actually push back though and try and take down Shotzi. Very importantly, he did so. So now his team have some clean map control. They have a sniper in the hands of Seduce, who is one of the main slayers for this Immunity squad. But Boo Boo Doo-Boo does actually have the rockets in his possession, I do believe, in his back pocket. So watch out for Boo Boo Doo-Boo in the kill feed. 2 kills in the kill feed coming in from Splyce right there means Immunity are going to have to surrender this sniper tower control and push back a little bit until their spawners come up.
Shooter's been playing heavy defensive. He's literally not moved out of his base for maybe 2 minutes now. He was all the way in the back. Boo Boo Doo-Boo snipes Voltage with a rocket. Still got Seduce, so anchoring here with the sniper. You'll see the assist does come in, the little golden arrow. And there you go, my friend. Thanks for the sniper rifle. Enjoy your day. Jumps up, rocket goes down. Will it find its target? Not even hit markers, to be honest. He crouches down. 1 person goes steaming behind him. 1-on-1 battle here with the flag. They need to stop this, and they need to stop it now. Otherwise, it's going to be... Oh, he stole it from him. He stole it from him, man. You can't do that to you. You can't do that. That is out of order.
Scumbag.
But what isn't out of order is Splyce. They are now 2 for 2 in pools. 3-0 against Immunity. 3-1 earlier on against Team Envious, and I tell you what, this roster is looking like a brick wall, Harry. What an incredible performance so far.
Yeah, continuing their magical performance against Envy earlier on. Boo Boo Doo Boo, 22-9. Great assist coming out from Shooter and Falcated, 2 on the other side, just the 5 kills out of Voltage. He won't be too happy with his performance. Immunity will drop down to the losers bracket come bracket play. They're going to have to make a losers bracket run.
Yeah, I'm going to let you run with this one because you watched it.
Yeah, so that Envious match, right? You guys, no one really expected that kind of result to come out of you guys this event. You took down Envy 3-1. First of all, how did that series play out? And second of all, what were the emotions like after that series?
Yeah, so I think a lot of people were kind of surprised that it was an upset. We knew that we could have it going into it. We knew that Rick Slayer Game 2 would be kind of the game that would go either way. We felt really confident about all the other maps, so and Rick Slayer was the one we lost. It was obviously very, very exciting taking the first match. I mean, that's key, gets us off to a good start, and especially against an opponent that a lot of people think we're going to lose against. We knew that we could have it and that we had what it took, so we weren't too surprised, but everybody else seemed to be a little surprised. So
things haven't been the easiest so far for Splyce. I put you guys top 4 going into Vegas, and things didn't go well. You had to go and do the the last chance online qualifier. What's the general mentality? Because it is a really young roster. There are some young guys on there, and like a lot of the times you'll see most of these big teams, they've got guys that have been playing these games, that have been competing since 2006, 2007. As a young roster, are there any kind of generally, what's the mentality across you guys?
Yeah, so going, I guess, like specifically the LCQ, whenever we went into the losers bracket, it was a long run, a lot of Halo, I think 7 best of 7s. But we have a really good in-game leader with Shooter, and Boo Boo's also pretty experienced. So we really just kind of focused, like, we knew every single match was going to be, that match was the most important match at the time. You can't worry about who you're going to play next or who you played previously. So we really took it one step at a time, one game at a time. And when you're in losers bracket, that's all you can do. You just got to play off the momentum, but you can't dwell on the past, and you can't focus too much on the future. You can't overlook anyone.
So you guys are guaranteed as winners of Group C now, which means you're going to have a favorable matchup in the bracket. Is there any team in particular you guys want to play?
I think a lot of people would like to see us play against crowd pleasers just because of history, but we just want to play whoever. We want, the way we look at it going into it, to win a tournament, you got to be the best team, so we got to be able to beat every single team out there. So whoever they give us is whoever we're going to play, we're good to go.
That's good.
I like
that mentality.
Yeah?
That's nice.
Is there any team in particular, like, when you look at this, who do you think's is there any, well, let's say you've got a bit of a break now. Mm-hmm. Is there any particular matchup you guys want to go and watch and see how it goes down?
I know the crowd pleaser Optic matchup just finished, maybe, or it's currently going.
Yeah, it's one or the other.
Yeah, so that one I'm kind of interested to see the outcome. Other than that, I think a lot of the main matches have kind of played out a little bit. Straight and Fab, I think, will be a good matchup. I'm really interested to see how they play. So that's probably the last big one I can think of that we're looking forward to see.
I'm just getting it in my ears that crowd pleasers, I believe, down 2-0. Okay. I believe. Yep, they are indeed. They are down 2-0. So that match still going on. We're going to let you and the guys go and watch that one. We'll finish up here. But that's pretty much it for the Xfinity post-match interview. I want to thank Phil. Wish you all the best of luck throughout the bracket. You've certainly caused the first upset of the day. Please cause more. Yeah, we want more. We do. We know drama here at HCS. Guys, we're right back with another matchup in just a second.